Remy was a young man who had always wanted to study magic. He had a natural talent for it, but he lived in a poor village where magic was frowned upon and feared. He had to hide his abilities from his family and friends, who thought that magic was evil and dangerous. But Remy had a dream. He wanted to go to the Academy of Arcane Arts, the most prestigious school of magic in the world. He had heard stories of the Academy, where students learned from the best teachers and mastered all kinds of spells and enchantments. He wanted to be one of them. He had applied to the Academy several times, but he was always rejected. He didn't have enough money to pay the tuition fees, and he didn't have any recommendations from influential people. He was just a nobody from a nowhere village. But he didn't give up. He kept practicing his magic in secret, hoping that one day he would get a chance to prove himself. He also kept sending letters to the Academy, begging them to accept him. One day, he received a reply from the Academy. It was a letter of acceptance. He couldn't believe his eyes. He read the letter over and over again, making sure that it was real. It said that he had been selected for a special scholarship program, and that he had to report to the Academy in 2 weeks. Remy was overjoyed. He packed his bags and said goodbye to his family and friends, who were shocked and worried by his decision. They tried to dissuade him from going, but he was determined to follow his dream. He took a train to the capital city, where the Academy was located. He was amazed by the sights and sounds of the city, which was so different from his village. He saw skyscrapers and flying cars, robots and holograms, aliens and mutants. He felt like he had entered a new world. He arrived at the Academy, which was a huge castle surrounded by a high wall. He showed his letter to the guard at the gate, who scanned it with a device and let him in. He entered the castle and followed the signs to the reception hall, where he met other new students who were also part of the scholarship program. They were all young men and women from different backgrounds and races. Some were human, some were not. Some looked rich, some looked poor. Some looked confident, some looked nervous, but they all had one thing in common: they all had a passion for magic. Remy introduced himself to some of them and made some friends. They chatted about their hopes and fears, their strengths and weaknesses, their likes and dislikes. They also received their schedules and dorm assignments from the staff. Remy learned that he would be staying in dorm 13, which was located in the basement of the castle. He also learned that he would be taking classes such as basic spells, magical theory, history of magic, alchemy, transfiguration, elemental control, illusion, summoning, necromancy, and more. He was excited and nervous at the same time. He wondered if he would be able to keep up with the other students, who seemed more experienced and knowledgeable than him. He wondered if he would fit in with them, or if he would be an outcast. He decided to do his best and enjoy his time at the Academy. He knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for him, and he didn't want to waste it. He followed his friends to dorm 13, where they met their dorm leader, a tall and handsome young man with blonde hair and blue eyes. His name was Leo, and he was a senior student at the Academy. He welcomed them with a smile and gave them a tour of the dorm. The dorm was cozy and comfortable, with spacious rooms and modern facilities. Each room had 2 beds, 2 desks, 2 closets, 2 bookshelves, 2 lamps, 2 chairs, 2 windows, and 1 door. Each room also had its own bathroom with a shower, a sink, a toilet, and a mirror. Remy shared his room with another boy named Kai, who was from Japan. Kai was friendly and polite, but also quiet and reserved. He had black hair and brown eyes, and wore glasses. He said that he specialized in illusion magic. Remy liked Kai and felt that they could get along well. They unpacked their bags and settled in their room. They also decorated their room with posters and pictures of their favorite things. Remy put up a poster of his favorite band, the Magicians, who were famous for using magic in their music. Kai put up a poster of his favorite anime, Magical Girl Luna Moonstar. They talked about their hobbies and interests for a while. Then they heard Leo's voice on the intercom.
Attention all new students. Please gather in the common room in 5 minutes. We have a special announcement to make, thank you.
Remy and Kai looked at each other and wondered what the announcement was. They left their room and joined the other students in the common room, where Leo was waiting for them. He smiled and said,
Welcome to the Academy of Arcane Arts. The best school of magic in the world. You are all here because you have a great potential for magic, and we are here to help you develop it. You are also here because you are part of a special scholarship program, which means that you have been chosen for a special mission.
The students gasped and murmured among themselves. They wondered what the mission was. Leo continued.
The mission is to find and protect the Crystal of Destiny, a powerful artifact that can shape the future of the world. The Crystal of Destiny is hidden somewhere in the Academy, and only those who have a pure heart and a strong determination can find it. It is also sought by an evil organization called the Dark Order, who wants to use it for their own nefarious purposes. The Dark Order will stop at nothing to get their hands on it, and they will not hesitate to harm anyone who stands in their way. That is why we need you to find the crystal before they do, and keep it safe from them.
The students were stunned and scared by Leo's words. They couldn't believe that they were involved in such a dangerous and important mission. They wondered why they were chosen for it. Leo explained.
You are chosen for this mission because you are special. You are not only talented in magic, but also brave, loyal, honest, and kind. You have qualities that the Dark Order lacks, and that makes you worthy of the Crystal of Destiny. You also have something else that makes you special. You have a bond with it. You see, the crystal is not just an object, but a living being. It has a mind and a soul of its own, and it can communicate with those who are compatible with it. It can also grant them amazing powers and abilities, such as enhanced senses, telepathy, telekinesis, flight, invisibility, shape-shifting, and more. The Crystal of Destiny has chosen you as its guardians, and it will guide you to its location. All you have to do is listen to your heart and follow your intuition.
The students were amazed and curious by Leo's words. They wondered how the Crystal of Destiny could communicate with them, and what powers and abilities it could grant them. Leo said,
You will find out soon enough. But first, you need to know some rules and tips for this mission. First of all, you need to keep this mission a secret from everyone else at the Academy, except for me and the other dorm leaders. We are your mentors and allies in this mission, and we will help you whenever we can. Second of all, you need to work together as a team. You are stronger when you cooperate with each other than when you compete with each other. Third of all, you need to be careful and alert at all times. The Dark Order has spies and agents everywhere, even at the Academy. They will try to sabotage your mission or capture you if they find out who you are. Fourth of all, you need to have fun and enjoy your time at the Academy. This is not only a mission, but also an adventure. You will learn many things, make many friends, have many experiences, and create many memories that will last forever.
Leo smiled and said,
That's all I have to say for now. Do you have any questions?
The students raised their hands and asked many questions. Leo answered them as best as he could, then he said,
All right then. I hope that everything is clear now. Tomorrow morning, your classes will begin, and so will your mission. Be ready for anything, because anything can happen at the Academy of Arcane Arts.
He clapped his hands and said,
Now let's celebrate your arrival with some pizza and soda.
He opened a large box that contained several pizzas, and opened a cooler that contained several bottles of soda. He invited the students to help themselves. The students cheered and thanked him. They took some pizza and sodas, ate and drank. They became friends and felt happy, and they were ready for their mission, for their destiny's adventure. Over the next few days, Remy, Kai, and their new friends settled into life at the Academy of Arcane Arts. The initial shock of their mission had given way to determination, and they attended their classes with enthusiasm. Each day brought new challenges and opportunities for them to hone their magical abilities. Remy, who had been hiding his magical talents for so long, found himself excelling in his classes. His professors were impressed by his innate talent and dedication, which was further fueled by the knowledge that he was here for a purpose greater than himself. He quickly developed a reputation as one of the brightest students in his year. Kai, who specialized in illusion magic, became the go-to expert for helping their group blend in and keep their mission hidden. He had a knack for creating convincing disguises, altering appearances, and creating deceptive illusions to keep the Dark Order off their scent. His skills were invaluable, and the group started to rely on him as their master of subterfuge. As the days turned into weeks, the group of friends grew even closer. They shared meals, studied together, and practiced their magical abilities with each other. Leo continued to guide them, helping them navigate the complexities of the Academy, both in terms of their education and their mission to find the Crystal of Destiny. One evening, after a particularly challenging day of classes, Leo called a meeting in the common room. He had an important update for the students. He explained that they needed to venture into the restricted section of the Academy's vast library. It was rumored that ancient texts and scrolls held clues to the crystal's whereabouts, but this part of the library was off-limits to most students. The students listened with rapt attention as Leo outlined the risks and challenges they would face. The restricted section was heavily guarded, and breaking in without detection would be nearly impossible. However, Leo believed in their abilities and assured them that he had a plan. He handed each of them enchanted cloaks that would render them temporarily invisible to the guards' magical senses. It was their best chance to sneak into the restricted section and find the information they needed. The group spent the night practicing with their new cloaks, becoming proficient in using them without drawing attention. In the early hours of the morning, they put their plan into action. Silently, they made their way through the darkened corridors of the Academy, evading patrols and traps that guarded the way to the library. Upon entering the restricted section, they discovered shelves upon shelves of ancient tomes and scrolls. It was a daunting sight, but they knew they had to act quickly. Remy's intuition guided them to a dusty, forgotten scroll hidden behind a row of old spellbooks. As they unrolled the scroll, they found a detailed map that seemed to lead to the location of the Crystal of Destiny. They couldn't believe their luck. They had discovered a significant clue. Before they could celebrate, however, they heard footsteps approaching. The group quickly wrapped up the scroll and activated their cloaks. They blended into the shadows just in time as a group of robed figures entered the library. It was the Dark Order's agents, searching for the same information. The agents scoured the area, their eyes filled with malice and determination. But thanks to the enchanted cloaks, Remy and his friends remained hidden. They watched in tense silence as the agents grew frustrated and eventually left the library. Once the danger had passed, they took a deep breath and carefully placed the scroll back where they found it. They knew they had only scratched the surface of the mission, but they were more determined than ever to find the Crystal of Destiny and keep it out of the Dark Order's hands. As they left the restricted section, their hearts were filled with a renewed sense of purpose. They were a team, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The adventure had only just begun, and the destiny of the world rested in their hands. Over the following weeks, Remy and his friends went back and carefully followed the map, deciphering its cryptic clues and navigating through hidden chambers, magical traps, and secret passageways within the Academy. Their magical abilities and teamwork continued to grow stronger, and they uncovered more pieces of the puzzle with each step. As they drew closer to the Crystal of Destiny, their bond with the artifact deepened. The crystal began to communicate with them, offering guidance and revealing its own ancient history. They learned that it was a force for good, a guardian of balance in the magical world, and that it had chosen them to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. The Dark Order, meanwhile, was growing increasingly desperate. Frustrated by their repeated failures to locate the crystal, they began launching attacks on the Academy, endangering the students and the institution itself. Remy and his friends had to face off against Dark Order agents and fend off their relentless assaults. In a climactic battle, they managed to thwart the Dark Order's attack, defeating their leader and capturing important information about the organization's hidden bases and sinister plans. With this newfound knowledge, they began a covert mission to dismantle the Dark Order and protect the world from their malevolent influence. Finally, Remy and his friends, armed with their growing magical prowess and unwavering determination, reached the heart of the Academy, where the Crystal of Destiny resided. The crystal revealed its full potential, granting them astonishing powers that included the ability to wield immense magic, read minds, and see into the future. The Dark Order launched one final assault, aiming to seize the crystal. Remy and his friends, now empowered by the crystal itself, faced their adversaries in an epic showdown. With their newfound abilities and unwavering determination, they overcame the Dark Order, ensuring the Crystal of Destiny remained safe. In the aftermath of the battle, the influence of the Dark Order was dismantled. Remy and his friends emerged as heroes, celebrated not only for their victory over the evil organization but for their role in securing the future of magic. The Academy of Arcane Arts recognized their bravery and dedication, awarding them special honors and scholarships, ensuring they could continue their education. Remy and his friends went on to become powerful and respected wizards and protectors of magic, with the Crystal of Destiny as their guiding force. Their adventures and achievements were known throughout the magical world, and they stood as symbols of hope and courage for all. And so, Remy, Kai, and their friends fulfilled their mission, their destiny, and in doing so, they shaped the future of the world, proving that even those from humble beginnings could achieve greatness and make a difference in a world filled with magic and wonder.